Hello, hello. This is being recorded as of August 2nd, 2025. These articles are mostly from August 1st, and they're all from News Channel 5, Nashville. First article, More Than Coffee. Nashville's La La Land Cafe serves up kindness with every cup. People are waiting hours in line for a taste of Nashville's newest coffee sensation, but it's not just the drinks that have customers coming back. La La Land Kind Cafe in the 12 South neighborhood has lines wrapping around the block, with customers willing to wait up to 2 hours for their specialty drinks and their unique experience that comes with them. How do you sum it up? Kind, cute, magical, Manager Eden Cohen said. I think the coffee is delicious. The matcha is the best matcha in the world, and it's an experience that you're waiting for. What makes this place truly special is that every purchase comes with a meaningful interaction. I feel like they're my best friends. The girl was like, love you. And I didn't know that that was like a thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love you too. And then I realized I said it to everyone, not just me, but I loved it. A customer said, we really mean it when we say I love you. And to get to spread the kindness throughout the community, said Manager Haley Hofling. The kindness extends beyond customer service. La La Land's mission includes providing employment opportunities for youth aging out of foster care. We provide a holistic program. There's therapy, there's self-guided courses, and they do work in the cafe alongside us, Cohen explained. That's the reason team member Veronica Alford joined the staff. I didn't have a lot of support, especially with aging out, so I kind of had to learn everything on my own. And it was not easy, Alford said. Now she gets to spread the love to those who need it most. I know I didn't hear it as like a foster youth, and when that somebody told me that for the first time, I was like, this is crazy. But it made my heart so warm. And I was like, now I can give that back to other people, Alfred said. For those interested in the cafe's mission, applications for their paid internship program for foster youth between the ages of 16 and 24 are currently open until August 3rd. Click here to apply, and I'll be providing a link to this application website, the articles, and probably any of the businesses that come up in these articles themselves. Second article. 4 arrested after attempted ATM theft in Murfreesboro leaves 1 suspect dead, police say. 4 men were arrested Friday by Arkansas State Police in connection with an attempted ATM theft in Murfreesboro that left 1 suspect dead after being shot by a customer. The suspects were apprehended while apparently heading back to Texas, according to police. They are now awaiting extradition to Tennessee. The attempted robbery occurred around 5 a.m. Friday at the 7-Eleven Exxon on East Northfield Boulevard when multiple suspects tried to steal an ATM using a sledgehammer to break through the glass. A customer inside the store displayed a gun and fired at the individuals attempting to steal the ATM, striking and killing 1 suspect identified as 23-year-old Tyrese Walder. The other suspect fled the scene, leaving Walder behind. When officers arrived, the windows of the business were busted out, a guy wire around the ATM that's been pulled off its base, and 1 person deceased outside the building, Murfreesboro Police Department spokesman Larry Flowers said. From what the investigation gathered, they were after the ATM and that ATM only. We would not encourage people to get or intervene in these types of situations, Flowers said. Officers later found a stolen pickup truck with the guy wire still attached and a second stolen vehicle abandoned nearby. Police believe both vehicles were used in the attempted theft. With help from license plate reader cameras, crime analysis with the Murfreesboro Police Department's real-time crime center identified the suspect's getaway vehicle. Detectives issued a nationwide alert for the SUV. Karen Lakonen, a customer who visited the store after the incident, noticed the damage immediately. The window broke out, and the first thing I asked her is, what happened? Because I worked in a convenience store, and we actually had about the same thing happen, Lakonen said. Investigators are looking into whether this incident is connected to another ATM theft that occurred 8 months ago at a different 7-Eleven on South Church Street, where thieves were caught on camera. Detectives have spoken to customers who fired the shot and are continuing their investigation. Third article. 2 arrested in murder of 26-year-old entrepreneur who was shot while pursuing car thieves. A Nashville family is mourning the loss of a young entrepreneur who was shot and killed while trying to retrieve his stolen merchandise. Taekwon Jackson, 26, died Sunday after being shot the night before during a confrontation with alleged thieves. Metro Nashville police and Jackson were inside a Hermitage sports bar Saturday when someone alerted him that individuals were breaking into his SUV. The family says that the suspect took off with the backpack containing clothing and hats from Jackson's self-designed merchandise line. Jackson pursued the suspects in his vehicle, but as he followed them onto the I-40 East entrance ramp from Old Hickory Boulevard, gunfire erupted. A bullet struck Jackson in the head. He was rushed to the hospital but succumbed to his injuries the next day. He was very motivated and driven. He always was determined whatever he put his mind to, he was going to do it, said his mother, Kenesha Jackson, who described Taekwon as her best friend and a young man full of ambition. That's the first person that taught me to love, and for real, what love feels like. Police announced Thursday the arrest of Jonathan Brewington and Hannah Craig in connection with Jackson's murder. Both suspects allegedly admitted to being in the getaway vehicle during the fatal shooting. Kenesha Jackson believes more people were involved and is pleading for them to come forward. Please do the right thing. I'm asking and I'm begging now. Do the right thing and turn yourself in, she said. As the investigation continues, the Jackson family is preparing to honor Taekwon's life. A balloon release is planned for Friday at 6:30 p.m. in Pembroke across from Post Office on Main Street. His funeral will be held next Friday. Brewington and Craig are being held without bond. As the family mourns, Kenesha finds comfort knowing her son lived with kindness, stayed out of trouble, and loved with his whole heart. The family will hold a balloon release Saturday at 6:30 p.m. in Pembroke, across from the post office on Main Street. Taekwon's funeral is scheduled for next Friday. And the last article that I have to read. Tennessee Democrats question transparency of Elon Musk's Music City Loop project. Democratic Party Chair Rachel Campbell discusses the upcoming special election on Inside Politics. Questions about transparency surround the Music City Loop. It's the tunnel that Elon Musk's company plans to dig to transport people from the airport to downtown. The state gave Musk's company access to state land yesterday, but Democratic Party leaders are pushing back. The chair of the Tennessee Democratic Party, Rachel Campbell, blasted the tunnel on Inside Politics. This is done behind closed doors, and it's just thrust upon Nashville and thrust upon the state of Tennessee. It seems corrupt to me, Campbell said. She responded to some Republicans who have said Democrats should embrace the idea of an innovative transit proposal and not look a gift horse in the mouth because of petty politics. I highly doubt it. We are asking for transparency in both leadership and decision-making. There has been no public discussion, Campbell responded. Her concern over the lack of transparency went beyond the tunnel project. State Representative Justin Jones has been denied entry into two recent events, one with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and most recently the tunnel announcement. If other people from across the state who don't even represent Nashville, the Republicans, are able to be in these meetings, why is Representative Jones, who represents this district, not allowed in? Campbell asked. She said it is not a disruption to ask questions and raised concern that Republicans statewide are being too heavy-handed. She cited two members of the Putnam County Young Democrats who were arrested in June after a county commission meeting. They were charged with disrupting a meeting and assaulting a first responder. They claimed they were just trying to ask questions after the meeting ended. I watched the video. I watched the commission meeting. I watched this young man get arrested. It was completely out of proportion, and at no point was the young man aggressive against anyone, Campbell said. The Putnam County Sheriff has said, "We will not allow this kind of unrest that has affected other parts of our nation to take root here." Campbell and the state Democrat Party are also focused on the upcoming special election in the 7th Congressional District after Republican Martin Green resigned from office. 4 Democrats and at least 7 Republicans are running in their primaries. Earlier this month, Republican leaders said the special election, during a time when elections are not normally held, gives Democrats a better chance in the Republican-leaning district. It absolutely concerns me. You are talking about a very unusual circumstance politically happening at the end of the summer, said Steve Hickey, who is chair of the Williamson County GOP. This will probably be the only special election in the country in this time frame, which means the entire nation will have eyes on Tennessee, which is why I think we can take this seat, Campbell said. Democrats and Republicans expect help from both national parties. The primary is October 7th, and the general election is December 2nd. We will continue speaking to both sides on Inside Politics, which airs at 7 p.m. on Friday on News Channel 5 Plus, and is also available as a podcast. Thank you guys for listening to these article reads. I appreciate it. See you next time.